75, that's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and
I know that
10
speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
To throw is Goff. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him.
Here's Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
But it's 4th down.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Jack Fox.
Here's Jack Fox now.
For the Lions.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Cowboys 7, Lions nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion right, that's Williams. Goff now to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
line.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Williams to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of
25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Williams. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Dak's going to keep it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got right on the short throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now Goff. Now he's going to step up and run. And Goff picks up the 1st down and then wisely slides to the ground to avoid the contact.
That's good.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd and a yard at the 47-yard line.
Second down and a yard. Now Goff. On the move past the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Down right around the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
He's moving. Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
A gain of 3.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Bates' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott off play action. Looking middle, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
For the Lions.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Prescott to throw it. Pickens on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Cowboys, first down. A gain of 5. First down, Dallas.
Looking to throw, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And again, it's Prescott. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
18-yard line.
Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
It's a keeper with Prescott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
It's a gain of 2.
2 yards is the pickup. And the Cowboys are set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Prescott to throw this time. His pass caught at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Prescott now. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver.
Lions 10.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Please.
Gone. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. The Lions offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Here's Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in.
2nd and 10.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Here's Goff. Complete to right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Goff throwing again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ross Dwelly, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Throwing, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Finding Pickens for another catch. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number one.
46-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Prescott. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
It's 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Goff. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down at the 12-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out now come the Cowboys. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott. Pickens on the slant. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That is caught. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Williams will try again. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out the way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
15 more yards.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
He's tackled
They
at
just
the
keep trying, but so
32-yard line.
far, finding no
6-yard
room for
pickup
him to run.
brings up
None
2nd and
whatsoever.
4.
In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. This 2nd and 4. Quick toss by Goff is complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
9 yards.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Goff now looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Prescott. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They
2 Prescott off play action. He's got this to Pickens. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Second down and 4. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Lions 24.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Goff. He's got right on the short throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The busy night continues for Williams. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. This one swung out to Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 10
Give him
yards.
10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Williams. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. Across midfield. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. And this is Lamb on the end around. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Signaled for
and Detroit getting set to go now.
1st and 10.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 40. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Back to throw, Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Goff throwing again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Prescott now.
That's into the hands of Tolbert.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:56 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now it's Goff. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Brings up 3rd down and
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Goff. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's interesting how we label routes. You know, some people might call this a hitch. For me, a hitch is a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, about 1 to 3 yards deep. A lot of people might call this a dig route, going this deep on a 3rd and 7 to pick up the 1st down. Others just call it a stick route. Get to the right point, stick in that spot, and let them hit you with a pass. No matter what, they did pick up the 1st down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
2nd and 10.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Again, Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
To Jamison Williams. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's 3rd down at 5.
To throw is Goff. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Lions 39.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Detroit.